Watch this.
And now you see him having words here with this deputy as he the chippy, I should say, as he CHP was unable to keep up with him, but finally you could see some backup.
When police chase reckless riders on motorcycles, it grabs everyone's attention. The sound of roaring engines, flashing lights, and the chaos of high-speed pursuits create a tension that's hard to ignore. These chases aren't just exciting, they're a risky game between right and wrong, where one mistake can lead to disaster.
At 11, a motorcycle pursuit on local freeways. The speed so extreme that ground units pull back and only a CHP air unit remains overhead.
A high-speed chase took a terrifying turn as a motorcycle rider pushed the limits, reaching speeds of up to 150 miles per hour.
Motorcycle rider hitting speeds up to 150 miles an hour as he weaves in and out of traffic. That rider showing no regard for traffic safety laws and zipping between cars as he rockets from the 710 to the westbound 91 freeway and then onto the southbound 110.
As Air 7 hovered overhead, a daring CHP motor officer pulled alongside the fleeing motorcycle, catching the suspect off guard. The officer attempted to get the rider to pull over, but the tension remained high. Despite being ordered to stop, the rider hesitated, still speeding down the exit ramp.
Air 7 HD and our Chris Christie right overhead as a chippy motor officer engages in this extreme speed chase and pulls right alongside that fleeing motorcycle, clearly surprising the rider and ordering him to pull over.
It wasn't until the CHP officer gestured directly at the rider, face to face, that the chase finally came to an end. The motorcycle slowed to a stop, and within moments, the suspect was taken into custody. What started as a high-stakes pursuit ended with the rider in handcuffs, bringing this dangerous chase to a close.
And now you see him having words here with this deputy as he the chippy, I should say, as he tries to get him to pull over. We'll see if he complies here. Still showing signs of exiting, but traveling at a fairly high rate of speed onto the shoulder here. And now onto the exit ramp as that CHP unit pulls up right next to him, gesturing directly in his face. The pursuit now coming to a stop, and he will be placed in handcuffs immediately after a very dangerous motorcycle pursuit. CHP was unable to keep up with him, but finally you could see some backup pulling in here. They are going to take him down to the ground after, again, just a dangerous chase.
But the adrenaline didn't stop there. Nearby, a fleeing sedan crashed into a fire hydrant in Compton, just moments after the driver tried to escape sheriff's deputies. The chase, lasting less than a minute, ended with the driver and passenger quickly apprehended. This chaotic night on the streets served as a reminder of just how fast things can spiral out of control.
Done yet another dangerous pursuit not far away. Air 7 HD overhead moments after that fleeing sedan crashes into this fire hydrant at Alondra and Effie in Compton. Sheriff's deputies quickly swarming the scene, handcuffing a driver and a passenger. The Sheriff's Department telling us tonight this chase lasted less than a minute. They say deputies lit up a suspected drunk driver, but instead of pulling over, he hit the gas. Moments later, losing control and slamming into that hydrant.
It was a wild morning in the city as a high-speed chase was seen on the streets. The suspect, now in custody, tried to outrun the police on a motorcycle, and it led them on a dangerous pursuit that had everyone on edge.
Riding down the railroad tracks, extremely dangerous, of course, in an effort to elude police. You'll see momentarily when he comes to the intersection here near 23rd and McKinley. That's when he wipes out on his motorcycle, and just the adrenaline must have been pumping so hard.
The chase reached its peak when the suspect, desperate to escape, veered off onto the railroad tracks.
So hard, watch this.
As he sped down the tracks, the situation became increasingly dangerous. The adrenaline must have been pumping hard because when he hit the intersection at Southwest 23rd and McKinley, things took a sharp turn. The motorcycle wiped out, sending the rider crashing to the ground. But instead of staying down, he quickly jumped to his feet, his survival instincts kicking in.
Yeah, he took a pretty hard fall right there, but bounced right up to his feet. He runs over to a culvert there, as you can see. He runs underneath. He kind of goes back and forth a few times.
The suspect darted under a nearby bridge. weaving back and forth in a frantic attempt to hide. But with the police closing in, it was only a matter of time. As squad cars pulled up, officers surrounded the area, leaving no room for escape.
Underneath, as the police cars start to arrive, they pulled up and eventually put that suspect into custody. This is a live picture you're looking at right now near Southwest 23rd and McKinley. So the man is in custody at this time. We'll have more from the police on this chase, exactly what got it all started as it wound around the southwest side of the metro. That will be coming up today at noon.
In the end, they cornered the suspect, bringing the chase to a close.
By the police, he was hiding underneath a bridge after he had led police on a high-speed chase on a motorcycle, and then he had a wild wipeout. We're getting ready to show you that.
The suspect is in custody, but the memory of that wild chase won't fade anytime soon. Just like the next adrenaline rush. In 2022, the streets of Lake County, Florida turned into a day of chaos as a high-speed police chase spiraled into a deadly shootout.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired, Lake! Shots fired! I'm coming traffic in the opposite lane, crossing back over, headed toward downtown. Lake,
The suspect, a white man with a black handgun, was shooting back as they sped down the road heading towards downtown Mount Dora.
Eagle 1, be quiet, hold on. Lake, shots fired. He shot at me again by the cemetery. That's the meeting now. Holding the traffic about behind the cemetery. He was shooting at me in front of the cemetery. We're still southbound coming up towards downtown Mount Dora. It's a white male, looked like a black handgun. Copy, shots fired.
Despite the gunfire, the police stayed close, not letting him get away. Then, the suspect crashed into another car.
Please say a command.
Shots fired, shots fired.
This was the moment the police were waiting for. They moved in quickly, seizing the chance to finally stop him. In the end, the suspect was arrested. After a wild chase and a shootout, it was all over.
EMS en route, shots fired, stand by. 10-4. What's your call fired? Shots fired, shots fired.
Try saying the device name like the phone or USB. Main menu. Say command.
Crash is fine. He's out on the ground, hands on his head. Hold it.
But the next chase is way more scary.
Hold the air, roll over, Walcott, right now.
In 2023, a police pursuit in Casper, Wyoming took a tragic turn. It all started with an officer tracking a suspect driving slowly on 2nd Street, just barely touching the outside lines. But the situation quickly escalated.
Kevin, do we have any contacts with that name?
Yeah, that's a potential suspect here.
Okay, I'm following it westbound on 2nd from Wyoming. Driving very slow, a little bit of touching the outside lines. Is that something we want stopped?
The suspect, identified as a potential threat, suddenly sped up, heading west on 2nd Street. The officer requested permission to pursue as the suspect's vehicle began fleeing at high speed, ignoring red lights and pushing the limits at 80 miles per hour through the town.
369 vehicles fleeing westbound. Permission to pursue. Westbound 2nd through Elk. Vehicle ran the red light. Speeds 80 miles an hour. Passing WMC.
The chase grew more dangerous as the suspect sped past intersections and into the heart of downtown, showing no signs of stopping.
369 overcalling. We're continuing westbound on 2nd Street. They're going to be coming up probably linking. These are about 80.
369 vehicles still running west through McKinley. Vehicles through Kimball into the downtown area, not stopping.
The officer's voice crackled over the radio about a vehicle crash. The car had flipped over near Walcott, leaving the officers scrambling to find the wrecked vehicle and secure the area.
Hold the air, vehicle crash, vehicle crash, vehicle crash. Stand by, I'll get you location. 369 vehicle crashed at Durbin. Trying to find the car. Hold the air, roll over, Walcott, right now.
The suspect's desperate attempt to escape came to a violent conclusion. These dangerous games always end in disasters. If you found this intense, just wait until you see the next video. Click the links in the description to watch more wild cop situations. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more edge of your seat action.